Welcome to Meghan and Harry's channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show some love to Harry and Meghan. I am your host, Kelly. Today we delve into a controversy that has stirred considerable debate and showcased the British media's fervent scrutiny of Prince Harry. 17 months ago, as Harry released his memoir, the media landscape was ablaze with interpretations and criticisms, some of which twisted his words to an almost unrecognizable extent. The crux of the controversy centered around Harry's recount of his military service. Certain British media outlets, including the Mail, chose to focus narrowly on excerpts that discussed Harry's combat experiences. These pieces were not only poorly translated, but also framed in a manner that painted Harry as boastful about sensitive military details. This approach by the media was not just misleading, it was dangerously close to slander, using even the Taliban's comments as a tool to amplify their narrative. However, the narrative took a curious turn when discussions about national service resurfaced. The same outlets that had criticized Harry now seemed eager to align him with the idea of mandatory national service, as suggested by some political figures. This shift in narrative is revealing. It seems that the media's stance on Harry can pivot dramatically, depending on the political or social mileage they can gain from their portrayal of his actions and opinions. As we peel back the layers of this complex story, we uncover the shifting narratives in media portrayal. Diving deeper, let's explore the crux of the media backlash against Prince Harry. Once a celebrated soldier, Harry's transition to a figure of controversy is a tale of media spin and public perception. The heart of this backlash unfolded when certain British media outlets took to sensationalizing aspects of Harry's military service. These publications accused him of bragging about his kill count during his time in the British Army, framing his candid disclosures as boastful rather than reflective. The narrative spun out of control as excerpts from his memoir were cherry-picked, translated loosely, and presented without the broader context of his experiences or intentions. Prominent newspapers, including the Mail, went as far as quoting extremist groups to add weight to their criticism, an approach that many found questionable, if not outright deplorable. This media portrayal sparked a widespread debate, with public opinion polarized. On one side, critics condemned what they perceived as insensitivity. On the other, supporters argued that the context of his statements was grossly overlooked. In response to the uproar, Harry clarified his intentions. He explained that his decision to reveal details about his military engagements was not to glorify his actions, but to highlight the harsh realities faced by soldiers. He emphasized his aim to foster a better understanding of veteran issues, particularly the silent battle against mental health struggles and suicide. His statement, "I revealed my number to prevent veteran suicide," underscored his advocacy for transparency and support for his fellow servicemen and women. This explanation, however, did little to quell the media frenzy. Yet, it resonated with veterans and active service members who echoed the need for honest conversations about the psychological impacts of warfare. They rallied around Harry, appreciating his courage in bringing such a sensitive issue to the fore. In the face of adversity, Harry's response sheds light on his true intentions, often obscured by sensationalist media. His stance not only highlighted the complexities of being a modern royal, but also underscored his ongoing commitment to veteran welfare and mental health advocacy. Now, let's shift our focus to the concept of national service, a topic that has recently entangled Prince Harry once again. National service, often understood as mandatory military or civic service by citizens, has a profound historical context in the United Kingdom. Traditionally, it was seen as a rite of passage and a means to instill a sense of duty and discipline in the youth. However, its relevance and application have been subjects of debate for decades. Into this complex dialogue steps a 2016 interview with Prince Harry, which has been resurrected by the media amidst current political discussions. Nikkhah, writing for the Times of London, recently highlighted how Harry's past comments on national service are being linked to Rishi Sunak's contemporary plans to reintroduce it. The article suggests a continuity in Harry's advocacy for such programs, aligning him with current political movements, a portrayal that is both intriguing and contentious. This linkage is peculiar, not just because of the temporal gap, Harry's interview being several years old, but also due to the nuances of his actual stance. In his interview, Harry spoke of national service as a potential tool for personal development and community engagement, not strictly in the military sense. His perspective was broader, focusing on the developmental benefits rather than compulsory enlistment. The implications of associating Prince Harry with Sunak's plans are manifold. Firstly, it anchors Harry within a political narrative that he did not explicitly endorse. Secondly, it revitalizes discussions on the viability and morality of mandatory national service, using Harry's profile to add weight to the debate. Lastly, it highlights how figures like Prince Harry can be utilized, sometimes controversially, to sway public opinion or to bolster political agendas. This association raises questions about the media's role in shaping public perception of royal figures. It underscores the media's power in framing narratives, often blending historical statements with current political climates to serve specific agendas or narratives. The ongoing discussion about national service and Prince Harry's involvement, whether direct or implied, invites us to reflect on the complexities of public figures navigating the interplay of media portrayal and political discourse. With every story, there's a deeper layer. Let's examine the motives behind the media's persistent focus on Prince Harry. Why does the media spotlight burn so brightly on Prince Harry? One might argue that his high-profile departure from royal duties, along with his outspoken nature, makes him a continual subject of media fascination. However, it's also plausible that the media uses Harry as a scapegoat or a distraction from more systemic issues within royal and national spheres. The intensity of scrutiny often seems disproportionate. While some coverage is expected for a royal figure, the relentless criticism hints at an underlying motive. Perhaps it is the media's way of sensationalizing stories to boost readership and viewership, tapping into the public's curiosity about royal conflicts and personal revelations. Turning to public reaction, the contrast becomes even more apparent. Social media platforms and opinion polls provide a broader perspective. Many express sympathy towards Harry, criticizing the media for what they see as unfair and invasive treatment. Hashtags like "Leave Harry Alone" trend periodically, reflecting a protective stance from a segment of the public. Moreover, a noticeable discrepancy exists between the narrative spun by the media and the sentiments expressed by the general public. While newspapers often paint Harry in a controversial light, many people seem to understand and support his desire for privacy and a different kind of life. This divergence highlights a potential misalignment between media narratives and public empathy. This disparity is not just about differing opinions, it's indicative of the media's larger role in shaping narratives that may not accurately reflect public sentiment. It raises questions about the responsibilities of media outlets in reporting on figures like Prince Harry. Are they merely informing, or are they shaping public perception through selective storytelling? The disparity between media portrayal and public opinion often reveals more about the storytellers than the subject. As we conclude our exploration, it's crucial to reflect on the broader implications of our discussion today. Throughout this video, we've delved into Prince Harry's military service, the intense media backlash he faced, and the swirling debates around national service that have captured public attention. Prince Harry's tenure in the British Army was marked by bravery and dedication, yet it became a focal point for unprecedented media scrutiny. The cherry-picking of his words and the subsequent portrayal by some outlets highlighted a disturbing trend of sensationalism over substance. This not only distorts the public's understanding, but also unfairly maligns individuals who have served their country. Moreover, the debate on national service, reignited by linking Prince Harry to current political agendas, underscores the complex dynamics at play. It's fascinating yet concerning how narratives are spun, and how figures like Prince Harry are used as pawns in broader political chess games. Reflecting on the role of media, it becomes apparent that the power to shape narratives is immense. Media outlets have the ability to influence public perception profoundly and enduringly. This brings an essential question to the fore. How do we discern the truth amidst this narrative shaping? As viewers, it's important to approach such stories with a critical mind and consider the motivations behind the information presented. Engage with multiple sources, seek context, and strive to understand the bigger picture. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Remember to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thank you. I am your loyal host, Kelly.